Why do people have such difficult names to say? Hello everyone and welcome back to my shelf. So today we're doing the mid-year freak-out book tag. I was meant to do this a very long time ago, but I am only just getting around to doing it now. I actually didn't get tagged to do this, and I'm not going to be tagging anyone else either, but if you do see this and you haven't done this yet on BookTube, I tag you. Without further ado, here is my mid-year freak-out book tag. The first question is best book that I've read this year, and I think that is a statement and a half. Eliza and Her Monsters by Francesca Zapier. This got 5 stars for me. It's one of my 5-star reads of this year. I don't know how many 5 stars I've given out this year yet, but this is definitely one of the most recent ones. The next question is best sequel that I've read this year so far, and that has to be Leah on the Offbeat by Becky Albertalli, which is the sequel to Simon vs. the Homo sapiens Gender, also by Becky Albertalli. A new release that I want to read but I haven't yet, and I have quite a few for this one. The only one that I own is The Poet X by Elizabeth Acevedo. I am actually taking this on holiday with me as we speak. It is going in my bag and I'm taking it down with me, and I will hopefully have read this by next week and I'll tell you how it is. I don't know what it's about or anything like that, but I am so fucking excited to find out. The next is Let's Talk About Love by Claire Can, and it apparently has some asexual rep in there, and I mentioned it in an asexuality video I did on my main channel, and I said that this book had good representation in it and I wasn't quite sure, so I want to read it to find out, and it's a new release, so there's that. I also would like to read Children of Blood and Bone by Tommy Adeyemi and The Bells by Donielle Clayton. The fourth one is most anticipated release for the rest of the year. I'm not really a person at the moment who is keeping up with loads of new releases, even the ones I don't really want to read. I'm just kind of trying to catch up with everything that I've missed and everything that I still need to read. I'm going to go with just some more books that I would like to read in the rest of the year, and I have 2 answers for this one. The first one is Ace of Shades by Amanda Foody, and the next one is Fury Born by Claire Legrand. I want to read those in the next coming months because I feel like they would both be really awesome autumn October-y reads, I think. Next question requires me to answer with my biggest disappointment of the year, and that has to be Grief is the Thing with Feathers by Max Porter. This really was disappointing for me. I thought it was going to be a life-changing grief novel that everyone had told me about, and it just wasn't up to the standards I had in my head. Maybe it was my bad, but I did enjoy it at the beginning and it kind of just went downhill. So number 6 is biggest surprise. My biggest surprise of this year so far has to be Caraval by Stephanie Garber, because I didn't think I was going to enjoy this so much, and I actually really did enjoy it. It has loads more rep than I thought it would, and it has a very dense, complicated storyline that isn't actually too hard to follow, but at times you're like blown away. Next question is favourite new author. It could be a debut author or just someone that's new to you, and I'm going to be going with someone that is new to me. This one I decided to go with Neil Schusterman, who wrote Scythe and Thunderhead, and obviously more books that I don't know the name of, but I know Thunderhead and Scythe because I am currently reading Scythe. As you can see, I am very almost finished and I will probably finish this today. I'm really looking forward to reading Thunderhead and everything else that Neil Schusterman writes because his writing is incredible. Number 8 is newest fictional crush. For this one I have 2 answers, and I decided to go with Wallace from Eliza and Her Monsters because Wallace is absolutely adorable. And I've also decided to go with Tamlin from A Court of Thorns and Roses. I want an I Heart Tamlin t-shirt because he's fantastic. Number 9 is newest favourite character, and I again have 2 answers for this one. My first answer would be Scythe Faraday from Scythe, because he is sarcastic, he's witty, he's sentimental, and you don't really picture someone killing people as sentimental, but Scythe Faraday is everything and I love him so much. And my second answer for this one is Artemis from Ready Player One, because she is a kick-ass female. I really want the Funko Pop of her because she looks absolutely amazing. So next is a book that made you cry, and for this one I'm going with Sun Is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon. I don't want to give it away too much like I already have on this channel, but there you go. Next is a book that made me happy. I'm going to go with Love and Gelato by Janet Evers Welch. It's set in Italy, in Tuscany, and the whole atmosphere makes you really happy. Her discovering herself and her mother, and it just made me really feel all warm inside. This question is the best film book to movie adaptation that I've seen, and the only one I think I've seen this year so far. I am going to be watching Love, Simon very, very soon, and that is Ready Player One. It's the only one I've seen this year, and it was really good. I just don't think it was the best that it could have been. I like them separately, the movie and the book, as separate things, but there you go. That's what I thought. I haven't actually seen any more adaptations, so I'm gonna have to just go with Ready Player One. Next question is favourite review I've written this year or video that I've made, and I'm gonna go and give an answer for both of them. So my favourite review had to be the one I wrote on It Only Happens in the Movies by Holly Bourne, which is on Goodreads. If you'd like to go and view that, my Goodreads link is down below. And I also got a tweet out of it from Holly Bourne when she said, "Oops," after I tweeted her about crying on public transport at That Only Happens in the Movies, and she just didn't care. Booktube video that I've made would have to be my latest 24-hour readathon vlog or my bookshelf tour, probably my bookshelf tour, because I loved making that so much. It took me ages to do the voiceovers and film and all those different angles and stuff like that, but I loved every second. The next question is most beautiful book that I've brought this year, and that has to be Undercover Princess by Connie Glynn. I mean, look at this bitch. The last question is what books do I have left to read this year, and I have quite a few, but I'm gonna pick some immediate ones that I want to read like really soon. The first one is City of Ashes by Cassandra Clare, which is the second book in the Mortal Instruments series. The Method by Shannon Kirk. The Colour Purple by Alice Walker, because this is a classic feminist novel that I have heard I should read. Cress by Marissa Meyer, which is the third book in the Lunar Chronicles. I have read Scarlet and Cinder, and now it's time for me to read Cress and then move on eventually to Winter, which I'm fucking scared. The Selection by Kira Cass. Carve the Mark by Veronica Roth. I'm not sure who this is by, but all rights reserved. And The Way I Used to Be by Amber Smith. There is my mid-year freak out book tag. If you'd like to, please give it a massive thumbs up. And if you want to do this tag again, I tag you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again for my new videos. Bye! I wanna watch them fly and fly and see them soar up into the unknown. But I feel just like a nerd watching birds, watching me here.